Math 125, practice test 1, this is question 8. And the directions say determine if the argument is valid or invalid. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this argument. If you count your money, you will be disappointed. You didn't count your money, therefore you were not disappointed. I'm going to represent it symbolically, then I'm going to make a truth table and hope for a tautology. So if, here notice I have an if-then statement, if blah then this. So if you count your money, I'll call that P. There's an implied then right here. You will be disappointed, I'll call that Q. Okay, so you count your money is the statement P. So you didn't count your money is the opposite of P, is not P. You will be disappointed is Q. You were not disappointed is not Q. So notice this is, the structure of this is P implies Q. If you count your money, then you will be disappointed. You didn't count your money, not P, therefore not Q. And again, the question is this a valid argument? So the structure of this one, remember I go this and this implies that. These two things together, if they're both true, this and this, has to force that to happen. So P implies Q and not P. By necessity, do those two things together force not Q to happen? That's the thing I'm going to check. So let me make my truth table. I have P and Q, two statements, so start with just all my possibilities. True, false, true, false. I'm going to build this up. P implies Q. Remember, the only time this is false is when that's true and that's false. True implies false. So it's false here. That's a nice looking F, and then everything else is T. So I have that part made. I'm just going to make a not P just so I can have it. Opposite of P, false, false, true, true. Now I want this and that. I'm going to throw my and in the middle here and just do that part down the middle. So an and, the only time this is true is when they're both true. So false, false, true, true. And then I'm going to need a not Q because this implies not Q. Opposite of Q, false, true, false, true. And then my last piece is this whole thing. Does this require not Q? Force it to happen. So again, what I'm looking at is this column right here. Does this column, that's them connected with the and, imply that column? The only time an implication is false is when this is true, this is false. So false, false is true, false, true is true, true, false, it's false there. And I actually could quit there because, boom, it is an invalid argument. The only time it's a valid argument is if that's a tautology.